Well, Lordy Pants, here we are once again. James, lovely to see you.
Christopher, likewise. How are you doing?
I'm doing splendidly. I didn't even finish that sentence. I sort of got lost halfway through it. So, welcome back.
Keep up, lad. Keep up.
Dear listener, to the Old Anorak radio show podcast thing that we're spoiling you with for the past
Aren't we just?
wee while. So the whole idea of the show is to sort of guide people into 20th century music and try and get people to enjoy that music just perhaps as much as we do. So begin to share our passion, to help us nerd off. So, what's happening this week, James?
This week we're going to be choosing our best ultimate dream punk band.
Punk band. Now this is obviously you were a punk back in the never in fact.
That's right. You've got that.
And I was a kind of I was a listener of punk. I was never quite a punk. I was perhaps what you
were an appreciator, not quite a follower.
That's what people would call a plastic punk, I think. You know, occasionally I'd jump around and make punky noises, but never quite into it. But this is more familiar territory for me than it is for you.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So, how's this panning out for you? What do we need to do? What did you ask us to do?
Well, what we're going to do, we'll keep it simple.
Yeah.
I think when I say we, okay, let's say me. I think I overcomplicated things the last couple of weeks. So we simplify it and strip it down. So the rules are pretty simple. And
you want me to strip down? Okay, I didn't realise it was going to go that way. Okay, but I'm sure it'll get the listenership up. Okay, here we go. You did the wah 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 wah.
Probably get something up, and it'll probably be in uniforms.
Yes. Is that knocking at the door? Right. Okay.
Somebody's ringing a bell.
Yes. So anyway, crack on.
Cracking on. So the rules are pretty simple. So if you want to play along, do so in the notes, in the comments. Firstly, we're going to be choosing our 5 favourite punk musicians to form like a super band, if you like.
Super band.
Every musician's got to be a different instrument. So you need to have a bass player, a drummer, lead guitarist, rhythm guitarist, and a vocalist. And as long as they've released something on some kind of musical format commercially before the dawning of the 21st century, then you can slot them in.
Yeah.
There is one more thing which is pretty crucial, and it's in keeping with why the Old Anorak's around, basically. For each of those band members you choose for your fantasy band, you've got to recommend a piece of music that they've been part of.
Yeah, perfect.
Just to help anyone that's not familiar with them get a toehold on what you're on about.
Yeah.
Why are you liking them so much? What are they doing in your band?
Yeah. What did they do?
So
where's the evidence? Evidence?
That's right. Yeah, you're talking a good game, but let me hear how good it is.
Yeah. But has he scored any goals? Sorry, football and anyway. So how do you want to do this? Do you want to go backwards and forwards? So you say,
I think so. Yeah.
Here's my bassist, and
otherwise people are going to get bored with just the one voice all the time.
Okay, so without further ado, James.
Go on.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Oh,
okay.
I was going. Yeah, because I've done some blabbing already. So why don't you give us your bass player first?
Okay. So I was sort of gadding around first of all my memories, and I was thinking, I don't want to go too obscure, but I want somebody that really was cool, had an impact in my life. And I remember there was a band called The Members.
Oh yeah, I remember them. Don't remember the song.
Delicately named after a gentleman's club, I should imagine. So they produced a song called "The Sound of the Suburbs,"
yes,
which was excellent.
It was. It's a top tune.
It was fantastic. So they produced that, and within that song there was a very fine drummist, and he was called, and I don't think this is a name he was born with, Rat Scabies.
He went on to play with the Damned, didn't he?
It's not nothing secret from you. You're a demon. You're a monster.
He's remarkably talented, isn't he?
That was one of my stories. Yeah. You've just taken it from me. I came along with my rat scabies, and so
I'm sorry, lad.
Sound of the Suburbs came out in 1979, and Rat Scabies is now 70 years old.
Is he? Is he still playing bass?
I don't know. He's I didn't.
You just gave me your drummer, didn't you?
I just gave you my. Did I say bass?
You said drummer.
Yeah, I did say drummer. Yeah. Look, I'm doing this wrong, aren't I? I mean, we can guarantee every week that I'm going to carry on doing this just wrong. I'll find.
Yeah. But we'll carry on with the electric shock treatment, and one day we'll get it right.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing that makes me forget. But then I forget what I have to forget, and then where does that leave me? So anyway, the person who doesn't play the bass, who is in actual fact the drummer, is Rat Scabies, who plays the drums in a very passionate way, and then went on to play with the Damned, and is now 70.
That's the thing. I mean, we've got to a certain age now where all of the people we used to admire and listen to will be old.
Yeah, which must mean something. I don't know how that applies to us, but it must mean something.
I think it means we're not quite as young as we once were.
So who's your not bassist?
My not bassist. My bloke what bangs things.
Your bloke.
Oh, was the Sound of the Suburbs your musical recommendation?
It certainly was. If you play one thing from the punk era, just you plug into Sound of the Suburbs. Now, interestingly, well for me anyway, they brought that single out on clear vinyl. And clear vinyl, you might think that is really quirky and quite entertaining, but for the life of you, you can't work out which side you're playing because you can't see. So
did they have no label?
No label. It was just.
Oh, that's tremendous.
It was tremendous. Yeah. So
I mean, I've always liked a picture disc.
So it was a bit of plastic,
vinyl, but to have one with no label, that's
it's fantastic.
I mean, that kind of typifies the punk ethos, doesn't it?
Yeah. Neither use nor ornament, I think, is probably is what they were looking for, and they achieved it.
But my banger of things.
Yes, your banger of things.
Right. So I went a little bit off-piste with this one. I went for Shane MacGowan from the Pogues.
Did he play? Was he a drummist?
Not a drummist so much, but he played the bowron. You know, the circular drum. Yeah.
The drum. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So he's my drummer, if you like, because that's a drum.
That is indeed a drum. Yeah. That's a good call. But so. Are we going for the Pogues? And are the Pogues punk? Not that I want to pick holes in your defence, my lad.
I think you could. I think you could definitely argue for that.
They
certainly had the attitude.
They certainly, I mean, Shane MacGowan especially. He was.
He had the teeth for it, didn't he?
Well, he had the teeth that looked like he'd been opening cans with them for quite a number of years.
Someone has smashed up a bathroom.
Yeah. So, okay, listen, far be it, because the chaos normally comes from me, old friend, old chum. So
that's all right. And in terms of something for the listeners to track down and listen to.
Yeah.
This is probably going to be a theme of mine. I'm going to generally recommend albums, and I'm going to start with the Pogues' first album, Red Roses for Me. So, if you want to hear how Shane and the boys and the girl sounded, then give that a listen.
Okay, right. So, so you're giving them the whole album. You're not saying listen to this track.
No, just dive in,
immerse yourself. So I've just given people singles, and now I'm beginning to regret it. However, this next person.
Here's the contrast.
Yeah. This
So,
next person. Oh, yeah, sorry.
who's your next person? What are they playing?
Well, so this is all about the bass.
Ah,
And this is a chap called Paul Simonon. Now, I'm hoping you haven't chosen the same guy.
I haven't, but I almost did.
Yeah, hit the post. So he played with The Clash. And so the thing that sort of stands out for me is London Calling. Because if you listen to the bass at the beginning of London Calling, you'll just go, "Cooer, Mrs. That is a fine bit of bassing." And it's outstanding. You know, it just pulls you right in. So that's from the album London Calling. And because this guy had so little imagination, it's a little known fact, he called his oldest son London Calling, and all his pets London Calling, because he couldn't think of naming anything. I mean, this might just not be true, but so that London Calling. Listen to London Calling. Listen to the bass at the beginning of London Calling, and you will go, "Chris, you are right. You have picked a winner."
Wow, that's amazing. He named his child London Calling.
Yeah, and all his pets.
And his dog.
And his car.
I mean, that's terrible. Fancy naming his dog after that.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah.
So you're recommending the album this time? So
No, the single and the album. The single from the album. So
right.
yeah. So the single especially, because the single, that's me playing the bass.
Yeah. That's just like the real thing.
I thought so. You can tell I'm a musician.
I can tell you lots of things.
You can tell me lots of things, but you'd have to do that off air because I think that what it could develop into is a hate crime.
Yeah,
and,
the tube of you might.
They might go, hey boys. Yeah.
Don't do it again.
So, James, what have you got for me?
My player of the bass.
Yeah.
I've taken a leaf out of one of your books from a chat we had several weeks ago. Could be a few months now, actually. I went for Peter Hook from Joy Division.
Peter Hook, nice one. And Joy Division and New Order, who were... they were new wave, but yeah.
I mean, Joy
Peter
Division
Hook,
were punky.
They were punky, I'm going to give you that as well. But yeah, he's fantastic.
I mean, it was a close run thing. Because I was tempted to go really off piste. And throw Lemmy in just to be.
Oh, nice.
To be. Awkward as it were. But in the process of just reading around things this morning.
Yeah.
I came across a Guardian article about Lemmy, and it was going back to when he released his autobiography.
Okay.
Hang on a second. What was it called? It was called White Line Fever.
I wonder what that could be about.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious.
So he was a road painter, wasn't he?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. But there's a little quote from it there that says in 1980 his blood was declared toxic to other humans. So, talk about a debauched individual. Dear
listener, if you've never come across Lemmy, just look him up.
Yeah. Look up Motorhead. I mean, this guy got kicked out of Hawkwind because of his drug intake. So
he did live in Corby for a bit as well.
Did he?
He did. Yeah.
How did he get lost?
Yes. So he was on the way to somewhere and just sort of say. Anyway, but yeah. Is this the bit where we mentioned North East London Polytechnic?
It can be, yeah.
Yeah. Corby. I went from Corby to North East London Polytechnic. Do you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't go from Corby, but I still went to North East London Polytechnic.
Where did you come from to go to North East London Polytechnic?
Edinburgh. Why
did you leave the dazzling sights and sounds to go
because
to?
I wanted to get some education, sir.
So that citadel of knowledge.
That's right.
Where we met, we joined up as boys and we left as slightly older boys. Those were the days.
Yeah. Oh, man, I can almost hear the strains of the opening theme to Chariots of Fire.
Ah, wasn't it? Yeah, well,
But it was never that posh.
and also running for the UK, running for the bus might have been a push as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, East London those days, running for your life would have been
Yeah,
one
running
of
for
the
your bus.
spots.
Yeah. The weaponry some of our friends carried with them.
Yes, the tales of chip shops and lots of vinegar.
Yes. Anyway,
that's
so,
for another day.
So that's quite enough.
It is, and
Yeah.
I'm going to just do what to you would be an obvious recommendation for Peter Hook, and
Yes.
that's get your ears around the first album for Joy Division, Unknown Pleasures.
Yeah, that's a fine thing. There's a kind of rawness to Unknown Pleasures that I think they polished up a bit. I mean,
I think there's a rawness to anything Joy Division.
yeah.
But yeah, talked about polishing up. By
Yeah.
New Order, things had been polished quite a bit.
Yeah. It was like,
But the boys will have had this, this extra few years to learn how to play the bloody instruments even better. So we've done the bass, we've done the drums. Give me your lead guitarist.
my lead guitarist. So right, I have got from the Stranglers. I have a chap called Hugh Cornwall.
Oh yeah.
The Stranglers
I
were
almost
originally.
went for him as well. It was a close thing again.
Wow, the Stranglers were so good. I mean, that's what made them so attractive. That they, if you're putting a band together, I mean, you don't want to go to the Sex Pistols because, well, none of them could play anything. So
Yeah, they could barely get dressed in the morning. Look at the state of them, scruffy bastards.
yeah, I know. Yeah, the youth of today. They were anyway. So Hugh Cornwall, he was the lead singer and lead guitarist, but the band, which I think there's some kind of weird ironic tinge to this. They were originally known as the Guildford Stranglers, which I don't know. It sounds like
They weren't from Guildford, were they?
I don't know.
Was that another layer to the irony?
It sounds like a threat, doesn't it? So the song.
Well, the band name sounds like a threat, doesn't it?
It does,
The
kinda.
Stranglers.
Yeah. I once, as a huge aside, I once ran a mobile disco. And I went to, I played at a school, and it was their anniversary, and so I had some tracks from back in the day, and I thought it'd be good to have music from when that primary school opened. So, I've got a group of primary school kids. I think they must have been aged, I'm going to say 9. And so I whacked on No More Heroes for them. As they all jumped around. I mean, they pogo well, young children. They bounced around the place really well. And I particularly liked the way they jumped around as they listened to Whatever Happened to Liam Trotsky. He got an ice pick that made his ears burn. With the primary school teacher going, I'm not entirely sure if that is appropriate. Anyway, but that's not the track I've chosen. The track, my friend, I've chosen is Golden Brown. Which is, I think the interesting thing with Golden Brown is I think people really remember it for the sort of harpsichord keyboard stuff, and it's really lovely. But there's a bit in it where Hugh Cornwall, this is me playing the guitar again, you can tell it's not the bass though. It's different fingering. Yeah, Doctor. So he there's a lead break, a lead guitar break in that, and it is delicious. It is really, really delicious. So, Gordon Brown takes you like that. But now I got suckered into a myth that it was originally played by Dave Brubeck, and
oh yeah, that's a YouTube thing, isn't it?
yeah. So I fell for it hook, line, and sinker, and I thought that this would be something to talk about, but it's wrong from Wrongyville.
It is, yeah. Look,
but
shakes head in derision.
Yeah, no, I accept the derision because I'm very glad I didn't sort of, I researched further, James.
Oh, good lad.
And behold, not Dave Brubeck at all. No, it isn't a cover version at all. But they were saying that they liked the sort of jazz kind of assemblage of music that they. I mean, just listen to the Stranglers. The Stranglers are great. For punk. Anyway, that's quite enough of my lead guitarist. Who have you got?
I've got Pete Shelley from the Buzzcocks.
Ah, right, nice, yes.
Yeah, very much a late edition.
Right.
Just because I always loved what's probably the most obvious song of theirs, which is Ever Fallen in Love with Someone.
Oh, James. And this had to happen. This had to happen because I've chosen a different person, but I've chosen the same band and the same song. Because you can really nerd off on this song. So so you tell me about your Pete Shelley, and you develop a story, and then I'll repeat the same story and just add something. Hopefully, I'll add something to it. Yeah.
I think you're probably going to be driving, a good portion of this show anyway. I don't have much to offer in terms of stories and anecdotes of Pete Shelley because I wasn't that into punk at the time. I was too much of a 50s freak to appreciate it properly. I was mostly in denial that it was that it had any use or that it had any quality to it at all. That's rubbish. Oh no, that's not music. Oh, it sounded like I was bloody 80.
Turn that noise off.
Yeah, that's right. It would have been a different story if the music was 20 years older. At the time.
Youth of today.
But yeah, it was. It was only once we got to the hallowed halls of North East London Polytechnic that I started to actually appreciate a bit more. That there was a lot of stuff worth listening to in punk, and we've mentioned some of the real standouts already. In the Clash and the Stranglers and the Buzzcocks. There's a lot to recommend it.
It's just for my sins, I've probably listened to that song 10 times this morning.
I didn't think to listen to what I was choosing because I had other things on that I was listening to that were unrelated.
I'm terrible. I have lots of things to do, and then I scupper them by listening to the Buzzcocks 10 times over and going, that's fantastic. I'll just play that again. But yeah. So that's a excellent choice.
It won't be the only coincidence of this show either.
Right. Okay.
So who's? Oh, you started off with lead guitarist, didn't you?
Yeah. So
So who's your rhythm guitarist?
Well, same band.
Same band.
So a guy with the drums, we had Rat Scabies. That is probably the most punk name you're going to get.
Pretty
Rat
much, yeah.
Scabies. So let's move on to the Buzzcocks. We've got a rhythm guitarist called Steve Diggle.
Oh yeah.
It sounds like a bus driver. So not that bus drivers aren't, blah 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 blah. Yeah, you're all people in my eyes, and everything is beautiful. But Steve Diggle doesn't sound like a rhythm guitarist in a punk band.
See, if YouTube has a points of view program on it, your bus driver crack would be getting lots of letters.
Yeah, I certainly hope so. Yes. So now the same song is Ever Fallen in Love. Now, if you want to really nerd off on the name of that song, it is Ever Fallen in Love, open brackets, with someone you shouldn't have. So it's not even shouldn't have. So shouldn't have.
Yeah.
So it's an apostrophe catastrophe. You know, it's so shouldn't have. And that beautiful song, that wonderful song, which I think for a lot of young men, how old would I have been? I would have been 13 when that came out. 13, man and boy, when that came out. And I think at that age, I had fallen in love with most of the young girls at my school for different reasons, as I just imagined my future with them. So yeah,
there was never any hiccups or forks in the road through life and those fantasies, was there?
No,
it was always
not at
like
all.
a perfect
life,
happy ever after.
Yeah, until the Buzzcocks came along, and for I've got to say, for years I thought the lead singer was a woman because the voice I thought was female, and turns out certainly wasn't. So, but brilliant song. If you've never heard it, just crack it up on the YouTube and just go and play it. And do you know, I miss punk. Punk was ace.
And I'm going to follow you up there and keep in with what we've been doing so far. I've been recommending the album it comes from, Love Bites.
Oh right, cool.
So
yeah,
jump into Ever Fallen in Love and then sample the rest of the tunes.
Yeah, sure. So, right, where are we? Wait, you're rhythm guitarist.
Yeah, my rhythm guitarist. Now, this is our other coincidence, if you like. So we're both mining the same field again.
Stranglers.
The other one, The Clash.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I've got Mick Jones.
Nice. Oh, they were fantastic.
So, and just, you know, like I say, I almost had Paul Simonon as the bass player.
Yeah.
But then, obviously, I changed my mind again. But you talk about London Calling. Do you remember the cover of it?
Yes. Sort of guitarist.
Do you know? Well, it was Paul Simonon on the cover.
Ah, right.
And then you've got London down the left-hand side in pink letters and Calling in green letters along the bottom.
Right.
Do you know the inspiration for that?
North East London Polytechnic.
No, it's much further away and further back in time. Now, that is almost a direct copy. Well, it is a direct copy, although it's a different photograph of Elvis's first album.
No.
Yeah, his first album in 1956 for RCA was called Elvis Presley, and Elvis down the left-hand side in pink letters in the same typeface.
Really?
And Presley in green along the bottom. And a black and white picture of him.
So there's no such thing as an original thought?
Not really.
Oh, crikey.
They're pretty hard to come by.
But the Clash.
Yeah,
Elvis.
Yeah.
Elvis Clash.
I mean, back then it was probably worse than what you referred to us meeting in North East London Polytechnic in the mid-80s.
Yeah.
In terms of liking Elvis.
Yeah.
Because punk was the very antithesis of everything.
It pretty much was, wasn't it?
And especially anything that was proggish or self-indulgent rock. And I guess it was probably quite easy to point at, you know, the latter stages of Elvis as being quite indulgent.
Yeah. The thing is, you know, I think, you know, looking back, I think a lot of people thought that punk was angry, but I don't think it was angry. It was protest.
Yeah, well, protests don't come from people having a good time, do they?
No.
I think there was a lot of anger.
Yeah.
But I think there was a lot of generic anger in society then, and it feels like it's quite similar now.
It felt like we'd come off the back. I mean, it was a decade, really weird decade, where we had the 3-day week, and we had power cuts.
Yeah,
I mean,
and queuing up at the shops.
Yeah.
Queuing for loaves of bread, queuing for bottles of milk.
I know, wild day.
And I think it was 1974, we had 3 governments.
Right.
Because there were, if I remember rightly, there were 2 elections that year.
Gosh, it's as if history's repeating itself, eh? Yeah.
Well, let's move on from the
But I'm enjoying doing that sort of the world that we were immersed in.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely. But we were sailing a bit too close to the political wind.
Yes. Okay. So
this is? I guess a lot of people will view this as the highlight of the band, won't they?
Yeah.
Who's your vocalist?
Now, my vocalist. Now, I sort of strayed a bit. I very nearly went for Pauline Murray out of Pauline Murray and the Invisible Girls, but
not familiar at all.
No, not many.
You've not
people.
gone for Dame Vera Lynn again, have you?
Yeah, she was a wild child, and then I went for.
She could gob.
Then there'll be greenies over the white cliffs of Dover. Yeah, I mean you can just see it, can't you? So. Polystyrene is what I started with from X-Ray Specs. Joan Free Adolescence from 1978. Her voice was so evocative. It was so punk. It was so... And then, Jim, I think I might have chosen the same person as you. Susie Sue from Susie and the Banshees.
Oh. What made you say that?
I don't know. I just had sort of a feeling in my lower bowels, and
well, you don't need a doctor this time. They're functioning perfectly.
Fantastic. So Susie Sue. So there's a bit of. I'm sure there's cultural misappropriation going on there.
Just a touch.
And the song that I'd like you to consider. From Susie and the Banshees.
It's going to be the one about the takeaway, isn't it?
Is Hong Kong Gardens.
Yes.
And it is it's just brilliant, you know. So even with all the cultural misappropriation,
they certainly coined it in there, didn't they?
They did. It's just a great song, and she's the power, the passion in her voice. It's just superb. So yeah, go and listen to that.
Yeah.
1978, I think it was.
And you do know Hong Kong Garden was their local Chinese takeaway?
I didn't know that, but that's perfect. Yeah, that is just a lovely, lovely tale.
So, my vocalist, well, I don't know how long I can hold out the suspense here, but
yes.
That's probably about long enough.
Okay, well, it had me on the edge of my edge.
Yeah. So, as already admitted, it's Susie Sue as well. But this is actually quite a natural North East London Polytechnic link. Because I've gone, keeping with my theme of the show, I've gone for the album Peep Show, which is one of their later ones.
Right.
It's 1988. And that's where Dear Prudence came from.
Oh, right. So that's quite sophisticated, wasn't it?
Yeah. So they're quite a different band to what they were with Hong Kong Garden.
Yeah.
But at the time, there was some TV pop show on, I can't remember what it was called, and they were looking for I guess what you call a rent a crowd. So somebody at NELP had a contact who knew someone, etc. And they ended up turning up down at Woodlands. And there was a coach, or it might have been down at Woodlands, or maybe it was they picked us up at the Green, I can't remember. But we all piled on a coach, went out to wherever it was, at these TV studios, it might have been Elstree or somewhere like that. Got out, had a few beers, watched the bands, got to see Susie Sue up close and live, so it's the only one I've seen live on either of our bands.
I've got Susie Sue envy. That must have been brilliant.
She looked fabulous.
Yeah.
Red and black sort of jumpsuit, but more than that, I can't go into any more detail on that.
Absolutely. Oh, that must be cracking.
It was. There was who else was on? There was a vocal group on. They were called London something, and I can't remember exactly.
Right,
they had 2 or 3 hits at the time, but it was a real mixed bag, as these pop shows are.
Yeah.
Because to jump from them to Susie Sue and the Banshees, it's a bit of a leap.
I mean, with the name of the band, Susie and the Banshees, you've got a kind of clear idea as what you're going to get, don't you?
Yeah. You ain't getting the Brotherhood of Man.
Actually, that'd be a great cover for Susie and the Banshees, wouldn't it?
Save all your kisses for me.
Yeah. Though it hurts to go away, it's impossible to say. Fantastic.
Oh yeah, that would. I'd like to hear that actually.
Yeah, Susie Sue does 70s pop. Oh man, I'd pay for that.
Yeah, and I'd borrow it off you.
Yeah, it's like the Stranglers do the Wombles. Did I just say that?
Yeah.
I think I might have said that out loud.
You did.
I didn't mean do. I meant. Anyway,
there's probably some hardcore punks view Golden Brown as the Stranglers having done the equivalent of the Wombles.
I think so. So there we are. Our bands are complete.
That's our punk band's complete.
Fantastic. I'm delighted. So there we are. I'm quite enjoying the mix of talent there. I mean, incredible talents.
Yeah. And I'm quite surprised there were so many coincidences or.
Yeah. I mean, I could have gone really obscure, with my Pauline Murray and the Invisible Girls.
Oh, you should have done.
I should have. Dream Sequences. Now, Dream Sequences is a beautiful, beautiful song. So, apropos of absolutely nothing, she could have been a lead singer. And if you want to listen to something slightly obscure from the punk era, Pauline Murray and the Invisible Girls and Dream Sequences. That
sounds like a good recommendation to end things on, Christopher.
Yeah, fantastic. So what do we want from our listener? What are we expecting from you?
We want to see all your nominations for your favourite punk bands. Stick them in the comments and don't forget the most important thing is your recommendation.
Yeah.
Recommend a tune for everybody you choose. So that
don't just give sort
anyone
of names.
Interested can get a taste for them.
Yeah, because I think that's it. To get a real sort of flavour of who this person is, just listen to some of their stuff and point me in the direction, because I'd love to come up with anything weird and obscure from back in the day. Also, I reckon people could come up with stuff and I'll listen to it and go, I'd forgotten this. So if you can do that for me, I'd be delighted. Which we're kind of approaching the end. Do we want to tell our eager viewer, listener person about what we are planning for the future?
Oh, we could do. Yep. Fill the dear reader in on what's coming up in the.
We're getting married, me and Jim. Not that.
Yeah.
No.
Separately or together? Have we decided that yet?
Well, I thought, to get... But, I mean, obviously we're still going to live separately because I think it gives us a kind of vibe, the sort of Middle England and Edinburgh vibe. But
well, I mean, it might get a bit cramped as well, and I'm not sure your wife would appreciate that.
You had to mention the wife.
I'm sorry.
That's just ruined it, hasn't it? Yeah.
It's either bigamy or we dig up your patio and we cash in on the insurance.
Okay, well that's that sorted then.
I'll buy the shovels.
Yeah, okay. And we could just have a little Bartox just above the paving, and we can
Somewhere to park your bike.
park your bike. Thinks.
So apart from that, we want. What do we want? We want.
Well, we've got plans. You know, we don't just throw this together. We see there's going to be an evolution of bands. So, you know, we've had. So last time we had the best band you could ever want or believe, I mean, mine fell apart because they were so disparate. It was just a cacophony. Yours, at least, were woven imaginatively together.
Maybe musically, but I think there's so many big egos in there that I'm not sure they would have lasted the course.
Sure. So
coming up, we are going to be doing the same thing for various different genres. We're going to be tackling rock next, and we're just looking at really top-level genres to begin with. Yeah. And then we're going to work our way into the meads, into the weeds.
Into some really obscure nonsense.
Then we're going to move our attention to electronica, country, blues, folk, rockabilly and jazz.
Rockabilly. Rockabilly.
Yeah.
It's one to watch out for.
Isn't it? I'm going to be on, I think, ever more comfortable ground as we work our way through this selection.
Yeah. So, help us out here, guys. And if you want a genre that we've clearly forgotten about or just don't consider, ping us a ping, and we'll be sure to completely ignore you because we're right. Okay.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.
And comment, and listen. We're on the Substack. We are on the Instagram.
Ooh.
We are on the Blue Sky. And I always want to sing Blue Skies, but I won't this time because it's getting cheap. And no, to be fair, knowing YouTube, they'll probably try and ban us for.
Well, that's it. There's a strike right there.
So that's why my singing is so tuneless, because it's not because I'm crap. It's because I'm thinking of YouTube.
Yes, it's a different kind of talent.
Yes, it's a different kind of talent. Anyway, I've loved this. I'm enjoying my folk band. I'm going to sit back and just. I might go and listen to the Buzzcocks again, just for old time's sake. Yeah,
I might do that as well.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Jim. That's been a hoot.
Thanks, Chris.
And
see you next week.
I'll see you next time.